Hey, this is Mike with Tactical Wood Gas, and now I'm going to introduce the cooler system, the cooler within the gasifier system. It comes with a hose connection here. How the thing works is the hot gas comes in the input port, and that's a inch-and-a-half pipe that comes in here. And when you make that connection, what we ask you to do is you use two wrenches. One wrench is to hold the part that's connected permanently, and the other wrench is for loosening and tightening the fitting. What you want to do is make sure this thing lasts a long time, and treating these gently and not over torquing them, especially with a single wrench, will make your system last a lot longer. So the hot gas comes in from the gasifier unit. It goes through the tube, it goes down through a heat exchanger that's inside, and then it exits from the exit port at the bottom. So it goes in the top and out the bottom. As the gas cools and transfers its heat into the water that you filled this with, the tar condenses against the walls of the inside of the cooler and runs out and into a catch jar. So one of the things we discovered through some customers in Arizona that were running it in very high temperatures is that the water heats up too fast, and at a certain point it's not cooling the way we want it to. So what we've provided is a quick detach hose fitting. So what you do is run your hose here, turn it off, turn your hose on so you've got pressure against it. You compress this plastic piece so that it slides on, push it all the way on and let go, and it'll be snug there. And then what you do is you crack the valve open a bit to where you start seeing water come out of the top here. Now on the lid here, if you need to take it off and you put it back on, what we ask you to do is make sure the hole in the top here is lined up with the input port. And the idea there is the water comes in, it mixes with the hot water, and it pushes the water out past the hottest part of the pipe coming in, because as the gas comes in, that's the place in which most of the heat is shed onto the into the water. So we've got a lever lock lid here. If you haven't used these before, they flip open and you can take the lid off. That's the ring and then the lid. And what we have inside the unit is the plumbing goes in, down into a chamber, comes out the bottom. So the water that you put in here does not come in contact with the gas. Some people have asked questions, does it bubble through the water or anything? No. What it does is it goes through plumbing and out, and just through the walls of the metal part of the plumbing passes the heat into the water. To put it back in, again, there's a hole here. We want to line that up with the input port. Take your lever lock lid ring, flex it all the way open, and snap it shut. So when you're using this in a system, the cooler here is on the bottom and the filter sits right on top of it. The handle is just for carrying it around. It's not necessary. If it's in your way, you can remove it. What we have here is the Tactical Wood Gas cooler for extracting the tar from your system.
Antifreeze. In the winter time?
Okay, and in the winter time, make sure that you mix this 50-50 water and antifreeze. One of the things that water does when it freezes is it expands, and you don't want to ruin your system. So if you mix it 50-50 with antifreeze, that will prevent that from happening.